Alright, so here we go. Checking out Hearthstone. Alright, now this is, as you obviously have already seen, probably the beta. Alright, I just got granted access yesterday, so I'm pretty new to this. This is hopefully going to be a learning experience type video series, at least for everyone. Alright, if you have any questions about anything at any point, leave them here and I will get you answers. But I'm doing what I can to learn and then pass that on as I do it. So this is going to be a quick introduction to how the game begins. It was kind of strange for me. I did not expect it. I did not know what to expect, I guess is what I mean. But as soon as you are in the beta, or you pick up the game whenever it's out, you'll go through a quick, I guess it's like a tutorial type mission. Shows you just a few things about the cards, start to finish. You go through, I think there's like 6 of them. It's not really anything of import. But then, now you can play the actual game, and here's where it begins, right? So the first thing you'll have to do is hone your skill against AI, because how it works is you'll unlock you'll start with the mage, right? And then you'll have to unlock all of these 9, I guess, basic decks, right? So it's based on 9 classes, I guess, from the World of Warcraft universe as well. And they're all pretty different, right? So at some point I'm going to do a little look at all of them. But for now, I want to just talk about how the game transitions, right? So you start with the mage. All right, so you choose it, obviously, and then you're going to fight all of these. They'd have like a question mark or exclamation point next to them if you haven't fought them yet. And then when you fight them, you beat them. So what I did was, or when you fight them, when you beat them, you get the deck, right? So what I did was I started with Paladin, as I knew, myself being a partial of Paladin, checking it out first, and that's what you did. Now, the Paladin, it doesn't matter which one you start with. It's up to you, whichever one you want to play. But I would definitely recommend looking at all of them. That can be done at Hearthstone.com. It's a like MMO champion type resource site for this game. So you'll want to beat all of these, right? That's step 1, getting through all of these. And along the way, hopefully you're learning the game, because when I fought the Paladin, the first one I fought, I had no idea what I was doing. I honestly did not. And then, by the time I had beaten 2 or 3, I was starting to get the ropes. And by the time I'd beaten all 10, I now feel confident enough to say I'm ready to play this game the real way, you know what I mean? So you get all these, and now it's time to address your deck, right? So hopefully by this point, after you've beaten all 10, you now know which one you want to play. I have picked the Paladin, as it's probably not come to any surprise for you guys, but here's the deck that I'm using, right? Currently, here's all the cards. You can have up to 30 cards in a deck, right? And you're limited to 2 of the same card per deck. So that's a bit different than some card games, but either way, that's what you're working with. Now, that means that you're going to start with the basic cards, and you see here, right here, this white thing. That means it's a common card, right? So there's going to be like epic cards, rare cards, legendary cards even, right? Ones that are super hard to get. We'll talk about that later on, but for now, build a deck the way you feel comfortable. What I did with my deck was, this will probably be the topic of another video, but the Paladin's hero ability is to summon little 1/1 guys, minions, right? So I built a deck around that, saying to myself, listen, if I can get a lot of these out, I could stack cards that increase them, right, with like Raid Leader, or where's the other one here? Where's that? Stormwind Champion, right? These are good high synergy, right? And that's what it's all about. You want to find a playstyle that works for you. And all of the heroes, all of the people that you can play with, the basic deck builds, they all have a different theme and playstyle, but you can mix and match based on how you want it. So you'll have to pick the Paladin cards here. You leaf through the page like this, right? And then cards that are available for everyone, right? So Taunt is a very, very, very useful thing to have in your deck, because it makes the other team not able to attack you directly. They has to attack the minion. So I loaded up on some Taunt ones. There's some cheap ones as well. I guess it really depends on what kind of cards you get, but it's entirely up to you how you want to build your deck. And then from there, I think the next logical step is you could level up the decks or whatever, like the deck you're playing, the class you're playing, to level 10 by the practice, right? So once you've defeated all of them, let's look at that quick. Once you've defeated all of these, you then unlock Expert, which apparently grants you, much higher experience and stuff like that. So it's worth, once you've figured out the game, I guess the AI gets a bit more legit and they start using better cards and stuff like that. But Once you are level 10, that's it. You can't really level up anything here in practice, so it's not worth really dicking around here. So now once I'm a day deep into this game already, and I feel pretty confident, I feel like it is now time to go play. And this is going to be matching me against other opponents. So I'm going to pick my deck, I'm going to pick play, and I'm going to get matched with a random opponent, but I don't want to do that right now. Also, the other option is Arena. All right, this is, believe there's a name for it in Magic and other card games. Maybe actually called Arena, but anyway, basically what it is. Now you have to either buy your way into it with $2, which is silly. Why would you do that? You can just get 550 gold, which is attained through doing quests and stuff. These will all be topics in other videos. But the first time you come in here, I already did this, you get it for free, basically like a teaser to show you what's up. And it's going to be a style where you're going to pick 3 cards, okay? Like 3 cards are going to appear on the screen, and you're going to pick one of them. And it's going to go on until you have 30 cards, right? So essentially 30 times that's going to happen. And I guess it's completely random. You can get some really, really good luck or some really, really poor luck. But it's more based on your ability to say, all right, after the first 4 or 5 draws, the first 4 or 5 picks in the arena, what do I want to focus on with this deck? And if you could build a legitimate deck out of those 30 random cards, you could win games. And the more you win, the more prizes you get in return. All right, so now you'll at some point be given, I guess you get gold as well. So the store is here. I could buy a pack with 100 gold, but I'm going to be saving my gold to get in the arena next. But either way, you get 100 gold as soon as you complete all 9 of the class, like the normal class challenges. So the packs are pretty cool. It's just like a regular game. Random chance of getting different types of cards. Could be for what you're looking to play. Probably could not be. All right, more likely, obviously. But that's up to you if you want to buy the packs. You can also buy them with real money. $50 for 40 packs. That seems like quite a lot. But anyway, that's up to you. In the beta currently, if you buy anything with these, the real money values, you're going to get refunded for it when the game does go live. But if you were not aware, all the stuff in the beta is getting wiped for live. So kind of just testing the waters here one way or the other. Now in terms of where to go from there, that's up to you. Perhaps learn different heroes or whatever they're called, different. You want to play the shaman, maybe check out the druid. They're all fun, obviously. They're all well made, and it's a very immersive game if you get into it. So that is the basics, what you need to know. And if you do get a card pack, here right there, open pack on the main menu, there'd be a list of them here, and you would click it, and then it would appear, and there'd be 5 cards, turn them over, and luck of the draw, you know what I mean? Just like anything. So if you have any questions about the basics, or once again, still taking requests for videos coming up, what I am probably going to do is I'm going to look at, definitely looking at the classes, like the paladin, definitely looking at him first off. That's the first thing. Probably going to examine what I have, talk about cards that have the potential of being in the deck, and then do like a battle or something like that. So look forward to that. But if you guys have questions or you want to suggest something that you do want to see, more than happy to address that. That's because I honestly, I know about as little of this game as possible right now. So.